guys, taking some of my sanitizer. Big guy.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Authors. Now I've been wanting to show you the other book covers that I had. Now by now you probably have seen two of the book covers, but I want to show you the book cover that I originally started selling on the street that did not make it to Barnes & Noble because of the feedback that I got. And the feedback was, it was about war, it was about this, it was about that, so I was losing customers. So this is the first book I was selling, right? This is the first book, and believe it or not, when I first designed the cover, I thought it was a great idea. I mean, this would like turn heads. This will, like, you know, get people really up and going. This was the one. Now I did sell a lot of books because I sell part one of the book on the street, and that's where I got my feedback from. So what happened is I cut this book in half. Now this is what I mean by, see the thickness of this right here? This is the thickness, right? Now if I was to have Ingram Sparks to print this book at the amount of pages that it is, let me see how many pages it is. 562 pages, a 6x9 by 562 pages. It will cost me money to print the book. So that book is the reason. This is the reason why this one didn't make it into Barnes & Noble. Because once I reduced the font size and made it smaller, and the feedback that I got from some of my customers, or the ones that did not buy, and they were saying that, oh, it's about war, it's about this, about that. So I took all that into effect, and I changed the book cover. And this is the one that I originally did my first book signing with. Bam. Now, I thought this was going to be the one, right? I mean, like, who would turn this down? Well, I'll tell you what. This right here, people still look at this and say it's about military, it's about war, it's about government or politics. So that it narrows your demographic, right? Now when they read the back of the book, oh, it's beautiful, you know, but it's certain words on the back of this book that's not on the new book cover. So once I seen them read the back, and what people will do, they will pick certain words out and they will hang on to it, right? So whatever words that turn them off, they're gonna hang on to it, and they will have, that will be their reason for not wanting to buy your book, right? I don't think I'm gonna go into what the description was on the back of the book, but you get my point. So, well, basically some words on the back of the book says something about war. It's gonna be militant, the government, so that turning people away. Okay, so now doing about a year of book signings with this book here, I got plenty of feedback, and the reason why I was getting books returned, because for one, I was purposely leaving books behind, and two, a lot of my customers would walk in, well, not my customers, but when people would walk in, they automatically look at this book cover and they already put it in their head what the book is about without knowing what the book is about, right? So the book is a very little about the CIA, very little. But a customer would look at this right here and the whole book is about it. So I end up missing out on sales. And I knew in order for me to have a consistent book sales, a consistent amount of book sales, I would have to change the book cover because I'm losing customers that would normally buy the book if it wasn't for the book cover. So now this is the new book cover. Bam. And bam. You know what I'm saying? Now, this right here, I'll give you an example. This right here, the demographic is 45 to about 99 years old, right? Okay. Now, I knew I was losing customers because anybody less than 45 would be hesitant. Anyone less than 25, almost zero, right? And if I'm not there to get them to read the back, they ain't touching this book, right? They ain't touching this book unless they're 45 and older. Bam. This book right here, I tell you what, from 16 to 125, they fighting over this damn book. They fighting over this book. Man, I have to separate the young from the old. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they come in the store, they bam, what? Ooh, I got to see. Ooh, yeah, I'm taking this. That's what you want. You want them to gravitate to your book. So if I'm not there and the books are on the shelf, you want someone to look at that book cover and be like, without thinking they know what it's about, they have to touch this book, put it in their hand, and read the back. You want them to have to. So that means the back of the book has to be awesome. Just like I said in the video before. So now, this is what I am going to do, right? I am going to read the back of the book of the original one. And I don't know if you guys care about this or not, but I think it'd be cool just to know the difference. I'm going to read the back of the book of the original one that I did in Barnes & Noble. And I'm going to read the back of the book that I have today, right? I'm going to do it kind of fast. I don't want to waste too much of your time. You know, nobody really watching me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help whoever willing to watch my videos. Calago escaped civil war and genocide at the age of 9 years old. He traveled as a stowaway on an American cargo ship going to the United States, but woke up in South Korea. By a twist of fate, he was adopted by a Korean American. Many years later, he became an international arms dealer for the North Koreans. His last trip to Africa changed everything when the North Koreans discovered untouched natural resources. They want to colonize the Gambia and they need him to cooperate. Facing life-changing events, he has to choose. The North Koreans want him, but his country needs him. The Gambia is under pressure. What will he do? Man, please. So, now think about it now. When I finished, when I had put that on there, I just knew it was going to be on point. But the thing is, the book cover, right? Some people won't even get to the back if the book cover don't make them touch the book, right? So now, because of certain words people will hang on to. This is what people will hang on to. Civil War. Now, it says Calago escaped Civil War and genocide. Now, the word escape don't mean nothing because they focusing on Civil War, genocide. They don't want to read books like that. The whole book ain't about that, right? Matter of fact, the book ain't about Civil War and it's not about genocide because he escaped. He got away. So it doesn't take place because he got away, right? But they hang on to that, right? Then it says, cargo, American cargo ship, North Korean. So now some people don't want to read about North Korea. So as soon as they see North Korea, Boom, I want to read about that. It ain't all about that either, right? This are key words that they hang on to, right? International arms dealer. Oh, it's about weapons and killing. It ain't all about that either, but they hang on to it. His last trip to Africa changed everything when the North Koreans discovered untouched natural resources. Bam, they will hang on to natural resources. Oh, it's a book about gold and oil. It ain't about that either, but they hang on to it, right? Gambia needs him cooperate based on life changing. Okay, now I'm gonna read the back of the new one. Now I gotta hurry up and go. I got something important to do. You know what I'm saying? But now watch this. It says Calago and his uncle plan to travel as stowaways to America from Gambia, Northwest Africa. But they woke up in South Korea. With a twist of fate, he was adopted by Korean American. Many years later, Calago's criminal organization struggles after his only living relative is murdered. He knows his days are numbered. His last trip to Africa changed his life when the North Koreans asked him to do something he does not want to do. They want to colonize Gambia, and they need him to cooperate. Returning home to his simple life is no longer an option, and his fiancée is worried she will never see him again, and his adopted father's actions may get him killed or save his life. Facing life-changing events, he has to choose. The Gambians need him, the North Koreans want him, people are dying, and time is running out. Gambia is under pressure. What will he do? Now this sounds more professional, and it widens the demographic. So if you don't like about this, that, boom. You know, it doesn't, you will never know but what's in the book unless you start reading the book, right? So this widens the demographic, open doors to other people who would not normally read this book. And most people who read the book from the other book covers, and when I see them, they say, you know what? That book, it was totally different than what I thought the book was going to be about. This is a new book cover. And always trying to get in the movie. What you doing? I ain't tell you to come in and act. You know what I'm saying? But I got to go. I got to hit the road. These dogs be tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to be in the movie. God, so he wakes up in South Korea. Okay.
Wow.
He's trying to come as a stowaway.
Is it a fictional book or like a fiction?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna eat it right there.
Alright.
Yeah, but it's a fictional story.
Cool.
You got any black pepper? Oh, it's out there.
Oh, I have some red pepper. I'd say
Alright.
black pepper, yeah.
Appreciate it, thanks. You mind if I get through?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, my stomach all hitting people
Sorry
upside
about
the
that.
head. Oh, who's that Bella?
This guy is taking some of my sanitizer. Big guy. You like my sanitizer?
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's our workplace.
Yeah. I seen you with my sanitizer. I said, look at this guy. Hi. It is typically a slow location, so 30 books is maybe 5 too many. But I think traffic picks up. This is like my third time here, but they got 2 different entrances. Usually I'm on that side. I have been on this side before. Matter of fact, I think I've been over there once and I've been here twice. So here is the street entrance, and the other side is the Starbucks entrance. So I kind of like the Starbucks side because more traffic comes in and they come in from that way, and I can, get both. And besides, even if the people that come in here, when they buy their books, they have to go by the register. So I'm close to the register on that side, and I'm close to Starbucks on that side. So far I'm at about maybe 6 or 8 books. I just came from my lunch break, so we'll see how it goes. Well, you're ready to hit the road. The heat has calmed down. It's not as bright, well, not as hot as it was before. Finally got me a poster with my new book cover on it. That's cool. So today was a kind of slow day, which not surprising, but I think there's maybe 7, 8 books left in the store, which is cool because they don't really send the books back, so that gives them time to sell. But got about an hour drive, so let's see how this goes. Right now it's rush hour traffic, so no rush.